Hello, I'm Monisa Klein here at GBTA Broadcast Studio here in sunny Orlando, Florida. And with me today, I have Tim Nichols, Vice President Air Solutions for TripBAM. Welcome, Tim.
Thanks, Monisa. It's great to be here.
And it's great to see you here, right?
Likewise, it's great to be in sunny Florida.
Oh, we got a breaking news announcement. Sorry about that.
I think we're good, or maybe not.
It's good practice for the travel industry. We're always throwing curveballs, right, and disruptors.
When you're on an airplane, the announcement comes over.
That's right.
There you go.
So, anyways.
I was thinking it's nice to be in sunny Florida. It snowed on Sunday and up in Cleveland where I'm from, so glad to be here.
Yeah, no, it's great to see so many industry friends and colleagues after almost 2 years, right, away.
Someone said it's great to see you in 3D. So.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that. That's a new line.
There you go.
So TripBAM, you've been there now, you said 5 months?
5 months, started in June.
Okay.
The next big thing.
So obviously a few things going on with TripBAM, right? Traditionally you've been focused on the hotel space. You guys just announced recently launching an air solution for corporate travel programs. So how do you foresee air program management changing in the wake of COVID-19? And what are you guys doing to address some of these changes that you guys anticipate?
Yeah. So Monisa, what hasn't been impacted by COVID-19, right? Obviously, you'd have to be behind a wall somewhere to miss the fact that travel's been down so dramatically. Right. And when it comes to air programs, obviously, sat in a session yesterday and the common theme was there's a need for travel buyers and suppliers to rebuild those programs and almost from the ground up, but obviously, there's not an adversarial approach to this. Everyone needs to get in and win together. And so I think from a COVID-19 perspective, it's really kind of everything's been thrown up in the air and you come back together. And as we anticipate the beginnings of travel once again, I think it's incumbent on suppliers and buyers to come together and really identify what's best for both to have a mutual win-win relationship for their programs.
Good, excellent.
And as it relates to TripBAM, we're excited to launch the new air product. The air solution TripBAM's made its way in this space by changing the way travel buyers work with their hotel programs, reshopping those programs, identifying opportunities for savings and better rates. And there's a vision to do the same thing on the air side. Obviously, we know that there are players in this space, but with the TripBAM brand and name and the background of the talented people that I work with on a daily basis, we look forward to helping our customers and our prospects and those in the industry benefit not just from a reshop capability, but really differentiate ourselves as it pertains to the ability to take the analytics and the knowledge of our team and disperse that amongst our prospects and our clients going forward. So we're excited about it.
Well, congratulations. I can't wait to see this new program. So
thank you. You're welcome.
Sounds really cool. So obviously over the last decade, a lot of conversation around NDC, and it's right around the corner. And how will the inclusion of NDC content in your solution accelerate the adoption of NDC?
So I think it still is right around the corner, right? Still, here we are. One thing that hasn't changed much since the pandemic. Having said that, NDC is part of the travel infrastructure and space at this point, and it's incumbent upon us, I think, to give visibility to NDC content. We've done that in our solution, and really the goal there is, while the infrastructure still may be developing overall in the industry, it's to give visibility and empower our users to have better conversations with their suppliers that may be providing NDC content that perhaps they may not be able to book in their TMC relationships with that they have. But if we can identify it and show them that it's out there, it's available to them, they can then have a proper conversation about what that means for their program, whether they can use it today or maybe at some point in the future. So we've checked the box with the NDC content on the solution and making sure that people have visibility and understand what's out there and what's available.
That's great.
Yeah.
So we were just talking earlier that you made the move about 5 months ago, right, into the TripBAM organization. So you've now transitioned from a corporate travel buyer manager role into, on the supplier side, technology supplier servicing corporate travel programs. So tell us how that transition has been. Is there anything that has surprised you? What have you learned? I mean, what's the journey been like?
So a lot of us have been around the industry for a while at this point. There's a lot of newbies as well, but I've kind of gone back to my roots as a supplier and a provider of services, consultant for the first 10 years of my time in this space. But the last 11 years was just a great experience with Ernst & Young and the EY Global Travel Program. And one of the things I think that we embraced at EY was innovation was at the heart of everything that we do.
Yeah.
And TripBAM really has that same kind of motive or DNA is the better word that I'm looking for. So what has surprised me, the great people that I get to work with on a daily basis, the quickness with which we are able to pivot. When you're working with an organization with 300,000 employees, while we are innovative in our small group in travel, that's a big ship. With TripBAM, a much smaller organization, you can pivot on a dime and be ready to make a change today in a dashboard tomorrow. You get a feedback from a client today and we can make that change this afternoon. So the speed to market and the ability to do things very quickly has been great. But what is common in, I think, my career and my experience both as a buyer and now on the supplier side is that innovative mindset, that being willingness to change and to adapt.
Yeah.
So that's very
I think
cool.
that's so cool, and I think it's good. You know, I've done it myself to change the sides, what side you're on, right?
Yeah, it is.
And you just bring a different perspective, and it's a great learning opportunity as well. So.
And that's the one thing, Manisa, I think that in my role, because I've been a buyer for a BTN top 5 organization in the air, the hotel, and the ground transportation program, as I come in and put on the supplier hat, I can talk directly to our customers and our prospects and those in the industry about, here's my experience.
Yeah,
I have been in your shoes. I've talked to my CPO. I've talked to my travelers. We listen, we understand, and here, I know what it's like to be you trying to manage your air program. So,
excellent. Well, congratulations.
Exciting times.
It sounds like an exciting time and an exciting place to be at.
Yeah, it's a good next step.
Tim, it's always great to see you. Is there anything you'd like to say to this audience before we sign off here?
Well, first, great to see you as well, and we look forward to seeing more of you here next year, right?
Yes.
And at shows throughout the rest of the year, but it's great to see you again in 3D.
Oh,
so
in 3D, I like it.
All right.
Tim Nichols, thank you so much for being with us today, and I'll look for you on the trade show floor.
Excellent. Thanks, Manisa.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Monisa Klein here at GBTA Broadcast Studio. Stay tuned.